I'm Ron Wolfley for the Big Red Wolf Report, only on Arizona Sports 98.7 FM and ArizonaSports.com. The Big Red Wolf Report is about exploring the game that will be by pulling it through the game that was. See how we do that? Last week, the Arizona Cardinals defeated the Washington Redskins at University of Phoenix Stadium 23-20. The Cardinals are 4-1 on top of the NFC West and rolling right now. This Sunday, the Cards travel to play the winless Oakland Raiders in Oakland. Which brings us to Big Red Point number 1. Get after Derek Carr. Derek Carr flashed last week against the San Diego Chargers. Carr did an admirable job of finding open receivers and making strong, accurate throws while extending plays, throwing for 4 touchdowns in the process. But let me caution you, he's a rookie. And like most rookies, he's vulnerable to dogs where you rush a linebacker and blitzes where you actually bring people from the secondary. Unfortunately, he'll be playing against a defensive coordinator, Todd Bowles, who might be the grandmaster guru sensei at bringing complex blitz packages against opposing quarterbacks. Last week against the Redskins, the Cardinals dogged and blitzed their way against another young quarterback, Kirk Cousins, and forced him into mistakes. Cousins threw 3 interceptions and looked a little rattled, a little dicey from time to time. The Cardinals had 4 different versions of cover 0 in play and used them to great effect. Carr is going to see the same bravado and the same brutality this week. As one would expect from a rookie, he has not performed well against the blitz, and the evidence is on film. Expect the Cards to go after Carr and the 7 interceptions he's thrown in his first 167 pass attempts. Big Red Point number 2. Throw the ball, Carson. Throw the ball. It's not like the Raiders don't have capable players in the secondary. It's just that they have given up a lot of yards when people have tried to throw the ball against them. The Raiders are number 25 in passing yards per play allowed, but number 11 in passing yards per game allowed. How is that possible? Well, teams have had leads on the Raiders, and we're too busy trying to run the ball against them. But when teams do throw the ball, they're giving up a lot of completions, a lot of yards, a lot of first downs, and touchdowns. The Raiders' defensive quarterback rating is a stat that measures how difficult it is to throw the ball successfully against a defense, and their defensive quarterback rating is not good. The Raiders have allowed a DQBR of 107.6, good for number 28 in the league. The Cards threw the ball well last week against the Redskins. Carson Palmer may have played his best game when you consider he hasn't really practiced or played a game in a month. But it all starts with protection for Carson. The Cards should be able to hold up well in protection against the Raiders. Their pass rush has struggled, like the Cardinals' pass rush. Oakland is number 30 in sacks per attempt, and the Cards' Big Red Line has played much better this season. The Redskins were number 3 in sacks per attempt, and the Cards shut down their pass rush and gave Carson time to throw the ball. I believe the Cards will be able to handle the Raiders' pressure, which should allow Carson to attack a Raiders secondary that has adopted a bend but don't break mentality. Although they have not given up an inordinate amount of big plays, they have been methodically picked apart from time to time. Which brings us to Big Red Point number 3. Take the ball away from the Raiders. There are 2 things the Cardinals do well on defense. They stop the run, and they take the ball away from you. There are only 7 teams in the league that have done a better job at taking the ball away from their opponent than Big Red, and only 2 teams that have generated more interceptions than Todd Bowles' boys. That trend is part of the Cardinals' 4-1 story and needs to continue at O.co on Sunday. Knock Derek Carr down, and he might start throwing it up. After all, his verticals might be killing him. For Arizona Sports 98.7 FM and ArizonaSports.com, I'm Ron Wolfley, hoping your eye patch never turns into an ear patch.